I would like to report on prebiotic chemistry and metabolism of primitive creature. In the early Earth, there had existed the environment that is similar with inside of cell, where similar microorganisms such as viruses and bacteria were born. The first creature differs from present creature. It did not use genetic information. The creature and its environment were existed simultaneously. Brownian motion of atom is intense like thermal motion of molecule in gas. The neighboring atom frequently changes the position by thermal motion. The electronic state of atom is changed by the mutual interaction among those atoms. Since a carbon atom possesses many of possible electronic structures, it forms organic molecule. Let us consider the environment of early Earth. As for Mars and Venus, the atmosphere of about 95% is carbon dioxide. There was plentiful carbon dioxide in the atmosphere of the early Earth, before forming of sea on the Earth. The carbon dioxide dissolved in the sea at the stage of early Earth. In the time, the iron of Earth's crust reacted with the carbonated water. Ajua, in West Greenland, is the place where such banded iron formation was found. The iron atom was oxidized in the carbonated water, where the iron atom takes the oxygen atom of carbon dioxide, because the electronegativity of carbon atom is larger than that of hydrogen atom. And the free carbon atom bonds to iron atom, because the electronegativity of hydrogen atom is larger than that of iron atom. So, iron carbide of intermediate material are produced. The iron in iron carbide is oxidized slowly in the water. The iron oxide will deposit. In this case, the carbon reacts with water, and organic molecules are produced. The organic molecules stand side by side at the interface of water. The two-dimensional structure of membrane is also formed at boundary of a bubble in water. As for chemical bond between carbon atom and carbon atom, simple bond, double bond, and triple bond are individually stable. The carbon atom may make chemical bond with various atom. So, various organic molecules are produced by use of carbon atom as an element of the framework. A whole liquid is like a huge molecule, because there is a chemical interaction between neighboring atoms. But, the position of atom in the liquid water is changed intensively by the thermal motion. Atom or molecule is able to move by repeating of the replacement of atoms or molecules. The chemical reaction that fills supply and demand relation can be materialized by the random combination of atoms. The hydrogen is produced at the oxidation of metal in water, because the metal atom makes chemical bond to oxygen atom of the water. The ion of hydrogen does not have an electron. It moves easily through water by hydrogen bond, and it is able to become element of an organic molecule. A flow of the proton is able to transmit an activated state. Glucose dissolves in water well. The reason is that the position of oxygen atom in the stereostructure of water agrees with the position of hydroxyl group that attaches with each carbon of glucose. Ethyl alcohol dissolves in water well. The hydroxyl group of ethyl alcohol may replace with molecule of water. The alkyl group of ethyl alcohol may enter to opening of the water of diameter 5 angstroms. A double layer of membrane is made inside of the water. That is, hydrophilic part is touched to the water, and the hydrophobic part is touched to each other. Life of the structure that was made of robust membrane becomes long. When it survives long time, the quantity of existence increases. If it survives long time, it is able to evolve. If there is a thread of molecule in the membrane, it makes the membrane strong. A thread of protein can be made in a penetration hole of the membrane by the dehydration of amino acids. The amino acid is made from the carbon that is bonded to amino group and carboxyl group. Since the water is the molecule of spiral structure, the product of biochemical reaction has a tendency to become a spiral structure. After a thread of protein molecule is output, the hydrophobic part of a protein molecule repels each other, and it becomes stereostructure. It makes possible to give the specificity of protein. A cycle of the reaction for metabolism can be organized by selected reactions. The life is formed by the mechanism of supply for the demand. When an ecosystem materializes, it becomes the environment, where the life of each element is required mutually. A fractal pattern is formed in the case where the connection by random encounter is fixed and the next random encounter is similarly fixed. It does not move. As for the beginning of life, the creature with easy mechanism could appear the earth. The creature with photosynthesis prospered at the period when supplying of organic matter became necessary. The creature controls its activity by means of the enzyme that is made on the occasion of activity. A ribosome is the set that produces a protein and ribosome RNA. The self-replication of ribosome is carried out by the continuing of metabolism. Acquisition of new reaction is obtained by trial and error. That is the mechanism of mutation. The evolution of a creature is the same as the invention. It is carried out by using many established activities. So, it is limited haphazard. The pack of metabolism on ribosome is the fundamentals for life. In an established gene system, each amino acid is expressed by a triplet code of the nucleotide that is able to make replica easily. Each amino acid is caught by individual transfer RNA. The messenger RNA is used to form a polyribosome by arrangement of plural of ribosome. The polyribosome makes the series of the enzyme. The DNA is the stable molecule and self-reproduction is easy. So, even if there is a very little probability of reverse transcription from RNA to DNA, the DNA remains. The most primitive microorganism is parasitic existence. It is considered that the first creature was like bacteria, that lives in environment like inside the cell body. The primitive creature was born by organizing of some chain reactions. The environment had existed in the period of Archean Eon of early Earth. The creature comes to have the characteristic that differs if the environment differs. The adaptability of creature forms the mechanism termed give and take. If each member activates a part as a specialist, such society is able to evolve the individual creature. But each member in the ecosystem holds every fundamental function. It has benefits, if it has many capabilities. So, the creature implemented many functions in the form of gene. The regulation of gene expression makes possible to increase the versatility and adaptability. The DNA becomes long and the size of cell becomes large according to developments. Since the thermal motion of big body becomes little, the big creature has to move by the power of itself. So, the eukaryote that has the nucleus was born. It stores the thread of long DNA in the nucleus, and facilitates flow of the cytoplasm inside of the cell. Conclusions. The creature was born in the environment of water, where intense motion of molecule exists. Reaction of the creature that adapts it to the situation of the surroundings has the origin to Adam. There was the history of creature until it has come to replicate by using gene. Thanks for your kind attention.